You open an app for 10 seconds and somehow leave feeling worse about your entire life. Someone's vacation, someone's promotion, someone's body. None of it was aimed at you, and yet it landed like a direct hit. The real reason you can't stop comparing yourself to others is far stranger than vanity or insecurity. Your brain isn't broken. It's running a survival calculation it was never designed to run this often. For most of human history, you lived in a group of maybe 50 to 150 people. You knew almost everyone in it. Every day, your brain quietly ranked you against them, not out of jealousy, but out of necessity. Your position in that group determined your access to food, protection, and mates. Comparison wasn't a bad habit. It was a survival tool, sharpened over hundreds of thousands of years. Psychologist Leon Festinger first described this formally in 1954 with what he called social comparison theory. He proposed that humans have a built-in drive to evaluate themselves by measuring against others, especially when no objective standard exists. You don't automatically know if you're doing well in life. There's no built-in scoreboard. So your brain looks around for a benchmark whether you ask it to or not. The problem is, that benchmark used to be small. Now it isn't. Anthropologist Robin Dunbar spent decades researching the cognitive limits of human social groups. He found that your brain can meaningfully track relationships with roughly 150 people. That's it. That's the ceiling your ancestors evolved for. The maximum number of faces, histories, and social positions your mind can realistically hold at once. Now think about what you're actually comparing yourself to. Not 150 neighbors. Millions of curated, filtered, best moment highlight reels, uploaded by people specifically choosing their most impressive angle. Your ancient ranking system, built for a village, is now processing input from an entire planet, all at once, every single day, without ever pausing to catch its breath. This is why comparison today feels so exhausting. It's not that you're comparing more often than your ancestors did. You're comparing at a scale your brain has no evolutionary reference for. Here's what makes it worse. Researcher Huitsu Grace Cho studied how people react to others' curated content and found something specific. People consistently underestimate how much editing goes into what they see, while overestimating how accurately it reflects the other person's actual life. You're not comparing your real life to someone else's real life. You're comparing your real life to their highlight reel, and your brain doesn't automatically correct for that gap. Your ancestors never had this problem because they saw everyone's whole life. They saw the arguments, the bad days, the failed hunts, not just the successes. Comparison used to come with context built in, whether people wanted it there or not. Now the context has been edited out entirely, and your ranking instinct is left working with incomplete, misleading information, treating a highlight reel like a full and honest picture. So what do you do with an ancient tool that's now malfunctioning at scale? You start by naming what's actually happening. That sting you feel scrolling isn't a character flaw. It's 50,000 years of social ranking instinct, firing correctly, aimed at information it was never built to process. Recognizing that gap between the tool and the task it's now facing can loosen its grip even slightly, the same way naming any automatic reaction tends to soften it. You can also shrink your input on purpose. Your brain still works best with a village-sized sample, not a planet-sized one. The people you actually see, actually know, actually talk to face-to-face, that's the comparison your instincts were built for. Everyone else's noise your ancestors never had to filter, arriving at a volume they were never built to handle. You open an app for 10 seconds and somehow leave feeling worse about your entire life. Now you know why. It's not because you're falling behind. It's because a ranking system built for a village of 150 people is quietly trying to process the entire world, and it was never going to keep up.